Hello, fish keepers, folks out there in YouTube land. This is Mike from What Works For Me Aquariums. Thought I'd get back with you again this morning. Little update. I told you I'd do an update on the RO Buddy because I found out some information that I needed to impart, pass on, give you some information that may help you. If you've never purchased one, this is very definitely a good deal. For around $60 on Amazon, you can pick one of these up, and it does produce RODI water 100%. It's a really great little device. There are some things you should know. First off, after reading the instructions, right here, there are the manufacturer's suggested pressure correction. That's PSI coming out of your water faucet, and there's a temperature selection. And the prime or very best you could possibly get is right in the middle. It says 77 degrees, 25 Celsius. Then the PSI should be around 40 PSI. That's water pressure coming out of your faucet. Now, the question is, how in the world do you get that? Or actually, 65 is the PSI you should be getting, not 40. Sorry about that. And that would is supposedly going to be produce the very best RODI water at the very best amount. Okay? But now, I'm going to be honest with you. I had no idea how in the world to figure out how much PSI was coming out of my faucet. Now, maybe some of you bright guys out there can tell me, but I had no idea. The other thing is, the instructions specifically say not to use hot water. In other words, you shouldn't turn your hot water faucet on, so you can't change the temperature of the water coming into your faucet. They say the reason you do that is because the hot water tank has minerals in it, and it can damage your filter. So, I was curious as to how you should adjust this, and I was concerned I wasn't getting the best out of my device. So I actually contacted these folks. By the way, they're really nice. I called them on the phone, left a message. The guy called me back a little later, was actually one of the designers of this. He told me that he had been in the water purification business for a long time, and he saw that there was a need in the aquarium hobby, so he devised this. Again, the name of the company, by the way, is Aquatic Life. And there's a picture of their units right there. One unit, the unit I have produces 50 gallons an hour. I'm sorry, 50 gallons a day. And the larger one, the one at the bottom of the thing there, that produces 100 gallons a day. So depending on what your needs are, there you go. Likewise, they do sell larger units as well. So anyway, here's what I found. Some things to keep in mind. What he told me was not to worry about the pressure coming out of the water. He says it's all pretty much stable across the country. Mine changes, actually. We live in a rural area, and in summertime, I get a lot less pressure than I do in the wintertime. At any rate, he said, don't worry about chasing this ideal goal. He says, you're going to get what you need. And also the temperature. He says, that's not as crucial. He said, those are just the very, very best conditions that you can hope for. I have no idea what the pressure is coming out of my faucet, and I have no idea what the temperature. Temperature is probably around 60, I think, or something like that, so it's pretty cold. Anyway, so don't concern yourself so much with what the instruction sheet said. Again, he just put that in there as a reference point, and if you can figure out how to get it there, great. If not, he said it shouldn't be a problem. And I told him that I was producing about 2.5 gallons an hour. That looks like this. Okay, there's my water. I had been running it for approximately an hour or so, and it's filled the bucket just about half full. So I'm not too terribly concerned. He said that 2.5 hours was about the best you could hope for. So I don't feel bad about it. Now, there's something you need to know. I found out that if you just turn this on and start letting the water drip into your bucket, it will not be 0 TDS. As you use the device, there's some water stays inside of it. So what you need to do, as soon as you turn it on, is let it run down the sink, all of it, the wastewater plus the line water, for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once you've done that, now it will produce you absolute TDS. Otherwise, you're going to get a reading between 1 and 4. I didn't realize this was going on until I just gave it a try and it worked. Now, something else you want to take a quick look at. See the little blue clips? As you install, you have to install the white lines. The blue lines are already installed for you. The only other thing you've got to install here is the main filter. It comes in a package. You slide it in here and you screw the top on. The instructions are very clear. You have to make sure that filter that's inside is flush all the way down, and nothing protrudes from the top. Then you thread the cap on. It gives you a little wrench, a special wrench that you can close it with. Once you've done all that, you're ready to go. Once you install the white lines, the little blue plastic clips and some have no little handle on them, and some do. I'm not sure what the difference was. But anyway, they will, if you squeeze them onto here, so do, and they will fly. Well, I'll tell you what, they'll take off. I didn't lose any. So I mentioned it to the guy at Aquatic Life. He goes, yeah, he says, we sort of made a little error there. He told me that if I sent him an email, he would send me a package full of them. Now, I don't happen to need any, and I don't know if there's any real reason to take them off other than when you change this filter out here, because you're going to have to remove that line to get the filter out, okay? So anyway, that's the RODI Buddy. I just want to run down some of the little things I found, some of the tips and hints that will make it work better for you. It's a great device, highly recommend. And as you can see, pretty portable, sitting here in my kitchen sink. As soon as I'm done with this bucket of water, I'm going to make another one so I can do a water change in my reef. So guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you see, click and subscribe. And a shout out again to all my subscribers. Thank you very much and have a good day.